This bike is the real deal if you want a solid commuter that doesn't break the bank. But let me explain why. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been riding this Jasion RetroVolt for a few weeks now, mostly for city commuting and the occasional beach run, and honestly it's been a pleasant surprise. The first thing that stood out was the power. This thing hits 30 miles per hour without feeling like it's straining, which is more than enough for zipping around town or cruising the boardwalk. The 48V13R battery is removable, so I can just pop it out and charge it inside instead of wrestling it into my apartment every night. That's a small detail that makes a big difference in daily use. The dual suspension setup is actually doing its job. I've hit a few potholes and uneven sidewalks that would have rattled my teeth on a rigid bike, but the front fork and seat post really smooth things out. It's not a full downhill rig, but for city streets and light trails, it's more than adequate. I also like the retro look. It's not trying too hard to look like a sci-fi machine, just a clean, classic cruiser with modern tech underneath. The brakes are hydraulic disc brakes, which I wasn't expecting at this price point. They've held up well in wet conditions, and after a few emergency stops when traffic got sketchy. The gears shift smoothly too, and I've found the pedal assist levels to be well tuned. I usually start in low assist for longer rides and crank it up when I'm running late. One thing I didn't expect was how comfortable the upright riding position is. I've got a bad back from years of desk work, and the swept-back handlebars and padded seat make a noticeable difference over an hour or two. I've taken this bike on a 15-mile round trip to the beach and back without feeling like I needed a chiropractor afterward. The only real downsides I've noticed are the weight. It's not light, so carrying it upstairs is a workout, and the stock tires are decent but not great on snow or thick sand. If you live somewhere with real winter, you might want to swap those out for something with deeper tread. Overall, this bike punches well above its price tag. It's reliable, fast enough to keep up with traffic, and comfortable for longer rides. If you're looking for a commuter that can handle a little adventure without the premium price, this is a solid pick. Link is below if you want to take a closer look. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Jasion RetroVolt electric bike for adults, 48V13Ah removable UL certified battery Ebike, commuter e-bike with dual suspension for city, beach, snow, mountain sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like powerful brushless motor and 30 miles per hour max speed Jasion RetroVolt and practical day-to-day use actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. What stands out about Jasion RetroVolt electric bike for adults, 48V13Ah removable UL certified battery Ebike, commuter e-bike with dual suspension for city, beach, snow, mountain is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. That usually matters more than flashy marketing, because long-term satisfaction comes from how well the product fits your actual routine, priorities, and expectations once you start using it regularly. In real use, details like powerful brushless motor and 30 miles per hour max speed Jasion RetroVolt Ebikes for adults are often the points that shape whether a product feels convenient, dependable, and worth the money after the excitement of opening the box wears off. So the smart buying decision here is less about chasing every spec, and more about deciding whether the core strengths line up with the things you will personally notice most from day to day. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Jasion RetroVolt electric bike for adults, 48V13Ah removable UL certified battery Ebike, commuter e-bike with dual suspension for city, beach, snow, mountain usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.